Taylor, thanks so much for sending your question. If we are looking for excluded values to this expression right here, it's going to be a three-step process. Let's start with step one. We need to factor the denominator. So to factor the denominator, I'm just going to go ahead and use the star method. We are looking for two numbers that multiply to -12. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my top piece right here and add to 1. Let's go ahead and factor 12. Well, based on the fact that the two numbers are multiplying to a negative number, I know one of them is going to be negative and one of them is going to be positive. And then it looks like when we add them together, we get a positive number. So the bigger number is going to be the positive number. So I know that 12 factors into 3 and 4. If I take 3 and 4 and I make the smaller number, let's see, we'll make the smaller number negative in this case and the bigger number positive because it has to add to a positive number. And we add that together, -3 plus 4 is indeed 1, and that is the number we're looking for. So it looks like our factors are -3 and 4. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this expression as 6 over x minus 3 times x plus 4. And we are already done with step 1. Step 2 is we're going to set the denominator equal to 0 and solve. So I'm going to take x minus 3 times x plus 4 and set it equal to 0, and I'm going to solve this equation. Well, since it's already factored for us, it's pretty easy to do. Either one of these factors could be equal to 0, so I'm going to solve for them both equal to 0. Adding 3 to both sides for this factor, we would get x equals 3. Subtracting 4 from both sides on this factor, we would get x equals -4. We are done with step 2. And step 3 is just a conclusion. Basically, the solutions that we get to part 2, x equals 3 and x equals -4, are the excluded values from this expression. So the excluded values from this expression are these numbers right here, because those are the values that make it so we'd be dividing by 0, and we're not ever allowed to divide by 0. Thanks again for sending your question, Taylor, and I look forward to answering more of your questions using SnapMath in the future.